My name is Karina, and I am the one in 4 people who have suffered from some form of mental health condition in my life. In fact, I have been plagued with various conditions since my teens after having a traumatic and not very pleasant childhood from sexual abuse, physical and emotional abuse. This obviously affected myself as an adult. Depression is one of those things that makes you doubt yourself as a human being, as a person who is capable of not being able to do the most simplest of tasks, who you think that everybody is against you, who judges you from the way you look, from the way you act. It's really quite complex on how it makes you feel, and it's times where you feel like that being part of the planet is something you do not want to be part of. You just think that you're purely existing and you're not living. You're struggling with everything. You become emotionless. You don't want to get out of bed in the mornings. You don't want to care for yourself. Everything is hard working, exhausting and tiring. Even talking just makes you feel tired. Many people assume that suffering from depression or post-traumatic stress disorder or anxiety is a sign of weakness. It is not a sign of weakness. We must learn to talk about depression or post-traumatic stress or anxiety, body dysmorphia, anything. We must learn to talk about it. We must break the stigma and the taboo that comes with mental health. It's something that society has seen as, well, let's put it this way, it's easy to sweep under the carpet. And many people are too afraid to open up about their mental health, and it shouldn't be like that. People should be encouraged to talk about it. So having that support makes a huge difference to a person. Unfortunately, many people bottle it up, mostly more men than women do, and it gets to the point where it becomes too much and there's no way out. You don't see an option, and unfortunately that's how many people take their lives. It's a sad reality, but it's true, and I'm one of those people who have attempted suicide in my teens, have openly talked about suicide during my postnatal depression, because I found that it was maybe easier to not be alive, that somehow I'd be in peace, that I'd be away from my thoughts, from myself. And when you have thoughts that haunt you every second of the day, you can't break from it. It's like you're drowning in everything, and it's, I guess you'd say, you're suffocating in it, and that is how it will feel and how it does feel. And we shouldn't feel ashamed to feel like that, because it's not our fault, and we should not feel ashamed. And every day I take medication to help with my mental health, and I'm not ashamed of that either. Nobody should be ever ashamed of taking medication to keep themselves healthy. And our mind is just as important as our bodies, and we have to look after that. We have to be who we are, not what people expect from us or what people want us to be. We can just be us, ourselves. And due to my history of mental health, I have decided, alongside with my husband, to walk 25 kilometres over 16 bridges of the London Trek for the charity Mind. Anyone who's not aware of Mind charity, they do offer fantastic support in people in situations such as depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, any possible mental health ailment you can think of. And we should never be able to feel alone with our mental health. And that's what Mind charity does. It does not make you feel alone, and their website is absolutely chock-a-block full of information down to seeking help, types of medication, every detail in regards to every mental health issue you can think of. It's all there, and they're also on the end of the phone if you needed to make a call. Obviously you've got places like the Samaritans, and if you are really in a crisis, which I know I've been there and it is absolutely horrendous, you've got your GP or an out-of-hours service. And in some cases many people will call an ambulance because they basically have nowhere to turn to, and that's okay too, because that's your emergency. Your crisis is your emergency, and to some people that's between life or death, and we have to look after ourselves in that sense. You can find my Just Giving through the Virgin link in my bio. The walk takes place in, I think it's June actually. Do you know what? I need to double check that because I've forgotten. But every penny helps towards charities like Mind in providing the information and keeping everything up to date, and having that person know the end of the phone for that one person who could help you through. So please donate to Mind today and support me in our walk. Thank you.